For most of my career, reputation was something businesses worried about after something went wrong. A bad review, a negative article, a PR crisis. But today, for the first time, your reputation is being formed whether you participate in it or not. And it's not just Google anymore. AI systems like ChatGPT, Perplexity, and Google's AI overviews are summarizing who you are before anyone visits your website. And that's exactly why reputation management matters more than ever now. Not that long ago, people formed opinions about a business from a handful of sources. Maybe a recommendation from a friend, maybe a news article, maybe a review site or two. Today, reputation is built and judged across Google search results, review platforms, social media, and forums, and increasingly through AI-generated answers, often before a customer ever speaks to you. But here's the shift most people haven't caught up to yet. People no longer ask, is this company legit? They ask, what does Google or ChatGPT say about them? And that's where online reputation management comes in. And if you're not actually sure what comes up when someone searches your name or business, that's normal. Most people aren't. Here's what I do. Go to reputationpros.com, request a free audit, and I'll personally pull up exactly what shows up for you when someone searches your name. And I'll walk you through what it means. Just click the link below and pick a time on my calendar so we can connect. Now, what is online reputation management? Online reputation management, or ORM, is the practice of shaping, protecting, and influencing how a person or business appears online when someone searches for them. But here's the important distinction. ORM is not about hiding the truth. It's not about deleting everything negative. At its core, online reputation management is about making sure the most accurate, relevant, and credible version of your story is what people find first. Because perception drives decisions. And in most cases, that perception is formed in the first 5 search results. So why does this matter more right now than it ever has? Today, your reputation is often your first impression. I've been doing this for over a decade, working with CEOs, public figures, Fortune 500 brands, and I can tell you, the speed at which people form judgments based on search results has accelerated dramatically. Before someone hires you, partners with you, invests in you, or even goes on a date with you, they search your name or your company. And what they see, reviews, articles, forum posts, outdated content, and now AI-generated summaries shapes trust instantly. That's the real risk most people underestimate. Now, here's the biggest misconception I hear. Most people think online reputation only matters if something goes wrong. But the reality is the opposite. The strongest reputations are built before there's a problem, not after. Credibility isn't built in the heat of a crisis, it's built in the months and years before one ever happens. Because once a negative narrative dominates search results, you're no longer managing your reputation, you're reacting to it. And reaction is always more expensive than preparation. I've seen companies spend 5 to 10 times more trying to recover from a reputation crisis than it would have been spent preventing it. Here's the mindset shift most businesses miss. Online reputation isn't about control, it's about context. And it's definitely not about flooding the internet with fluff content and hoping it sticks. Search engines don't show the truth, they show the most visible signals. Google ranks based on authority signals, relevance, freshness, engagement, and link equity, not on how prestigious something looks to humans. At Reputation Pros, we use what I call the VIP content framework. Layer 1 is your VIP content, the assets you want ranking on page 1. Major press features, podcast appearances, keynote coverage, your LinkedIn profile, and your published work. This is the content that tells your story the way you want it told. Layer 2 is the engine, the supporting content and the signal architecture that tells Google your VIP content is authoritative and it should rank higher than anything competing with it. Think of it this way. Fortune 500 companies rank because hundreds of supporting pages, internal links, and external authority signals are all pointing to their core assets. We build the same architecture for individuals and businesses. Every position we control on page 1 is a position that negative or irrelevant content cannot occupy. Now, there's another layer to this that most people in the industry aren't even talking about yet: entity SEO. Google and AI systems don't just look at web pages anymore. They're building profiles, entities of real people, brands, and organizations. They connect your name across platforms, verify your identity through structured data, and build what amounts to a digital footprint. If you're not actively shaping that entity through consistent information across platforms, proper schema markup, knowledge panel optimization, and verified profiles, you're leaving it to the algorithm to decide who you are. AI systems like ChatGPT, Perplexity, and Google's AI overviews don't just index what's online, they synthesize it. If negative content dominates your search landscape, that's what the AI will reference when someone asks about you. If there's no strong positive presence, the AI may generate an incomplete or inaccurate profile, and that becomes the first thing people see. This is why we build what we call an entity hub for every client, a connected ecosystem of verified, authoritative information that both search engines and AI systems recognize as the definitive source on who you are. So what does this actually look like when it's working? You'll know that it's working when page 1 of Google tells a coherent, credible story, and when negative content hasn't been deleted, it's been outranked. And prospective clients, partners, investors feel confident moving forward because everything they find online aligns with who you actually are. That alignment between your offline reality and your online presence, that's what builds durable trust. And I want to come back to this because it's that important. Reputation management applies to anyone whose name appears in search results. One of the most common mistakes I see is leaders postponing their public voice until circumstances force them to speak. By then, you're just playing defense. So why does this matter right now? Search results don't stay static. Reviews accumulate, articles resurface, AI systems summarize what they find, and those AI summaries are becoming the default first impression for millions of people. If you're not actively shaping your digital footprint, something else will. And once a reputation narrative is established, it becomes harder to change. So, to summarize, what is online reputation management? It's signal dominance, not suppression. It's authority, not avoidance. And in today's environment, with AI reshaping how people find and evaluate you, that is no longer optional. If you want to see exactly where you stand, go to reputationpros.com and request your free reputation audit. I'll walk you through what's showing up, what it means, and what you can do about it. All the links are below. Because in the digital world, your reputation doesn't start when someone meets you. It starts when they search for you, and increasingly when they ask an AI about you.